Hello everyone, how are you? I am overdue to make a video, a post concerning my product. I have not done it in a while, and I think it's time now to make one. I had some challenges, some setbacks. I was waiting for some opportunities to come along, and various some of them simple things, some of them a little challenge here and there. But today's the day I decided I got to make this video. I'm making this video because I've come across quite a number of people, and shout out to all my supporters, those who bought my products. Even when I met them the first time, they were just excited to support. Some just said, I just want to support you, but I'm not really about that. I want you to test the product for yourself, because today this video is really about consistency, persistence, and tenacity. If I wasn't persistent and tenacious, my hair would not have grown like this. I would not have gotten rid of my bald spot like I do right now, and it's growing back my hair. I would not be able to comb my hair like this, like I'm doing now. But because I have decided to be consistent, this is why my hair the way it is now it is now rather. I have always had long hair as a little girl. My parents, and I forgot to take a picture of my mom and put on here, because I was going to do that, because some people are of the notion, oh, you're Indian, you're this is why you're here. No, it's not true. And I'm going to make videos showing you people would have real different texture here than mine, real more nappy, more kinky, different total 4C, whatever you want to call it, who has long hair, longer than mine. And some of them also had videos showing you that their hair was short and they were able to grow it. So that's nonsense when people want to say, "Oh, you're in," and I'm not Indian. There's no Indian in my family. My family has a mixture. If you see my mom, you're gonna know she's Afro from Afro's descent. She's dark skinned. She has natural. Her hair is not kinky, but her hair is more on the Negro end. My dad is about my complexion, and you probably saw him in my, if you watch my other YouTube, you'll see me going down the aisle when I was getting married in my young age. And I'm an older middle-aged woman now, but I got married very young. And you see my dad, but he doesn't have Indian hair. You could see that. You can see that he's identified with the Afrocentric ethnicity. But his mother has a softer texture than mine, and maybe that's how my hair was when I was a little girl before I put all kinds of stuff in it. But I think her hair was even softer, a softer texture, a different texture than mine. And on my mother's side, she has aunts, because when we first migrated to the United States, we were living in one of the aunt's house. And when you see her younger picture, she has a certain type of hair, but over the years she used to press it and stuff, and she had thin out, ball out hair, and she was still pressing it. When I met her, she was probably in her 90s when we came here, and she was pressing her hair, and there was practically no hair up there, but she was pressing her hair constantly, and that heat and stuff, as well as it could be genetic, ball out the top of her head. Now, but majority of my family are identified with Afro ethnicity. So I was told on my mother's side, there's Portuguese, but like way back, great aunts, whatever. Like her aunts, one or two of them has a curly soft ears, like the one we were staying at, we were renting from when we first migrated here, and another one that she had even more softer hair. But on my father's side, I was told there's Syrian and Irish, and then black. I would say 90-something% of my family is black, right? So I just want to say that it's nonsense when people want to make sure, oh, your hair can't grow, oh, your hair is only just because your hair is this, you're this ethnicity. No, it's a lie. It's not true. Okay? And I want to tell you again, tenacity and patience is what's going to grow your hair. Okay? My hair, I'm going to show you some videos, some pictures, and the phones I'm using are not, the devices I'm using are not so clear, because my good advisors, some reason that they won't let me get on Instagram and YouTube. I got to find out what's going on. So I always have to be using devices that doesn't give a clear picture. So bear with me, even the one I'm videotaping on now. I can videotape on YouTube with one of my devices, show good, but when it comes to Instagram and Facebook, it gives me a hard time. So I'm gonna give you a backdrop of my hair, what happened. So in the beginning stage, this is what happened. This was December 2021 when that's not it. That's a long time ago when my hair was damaged. The first time when it was second or third time my hair was very damaged because I wear my hair natural for many years, but at one point I used to perm my hair when I was younger. The first time I ever permed my hair when I was like 13, 14, because I saw my sisters did one of my sister perm her hair, and my sister had a different texture here than mine, more a little bit rougher, a little bit, but I would say she would be maybe a 4B or something like that. And so when she permed her hair, I went ahead and permed mine, and my hair was a different texture. And also the person was like, she was not a hairdresser, but she probably knew how to do hair. And my hair fell out in clumps. I remember how traumatic it was as a 14-year-old. I think I was 14. So, so when I did my hair then, that was the first experience I had with my hair fallout. And then that was my teenage years. But then I happened to cut it off, and I was getting treatment when I was living in the Caribbean too, and I used to get a treat when I had the money to do it. And then I finally was able to grow back my hair. This is my hair as my teen grew back, but it was a different texture. It wasn't, some part of my hair was different texture from the perm and stuff, because I permed it several times. I think second time after it got damaged. But there's another thing I want to show you real quickly with my hair. I just want to give you a somewhat of my hair journey, on my hair is and how my hair is. Here's another picture, 17. This is my hair after I had that first damaged year in my teens, and it fell off and it's growing back. And it grew back, but it was a different texture. It was a softer texture when I was a little girl. And then I went back to start perming my hair after a few years. After that one time, I never permed my hair again. I grew back, went natural for a while, and then I think in my early 20s after I got married, because what I did just before I got married, I went just to my hair treat one day, and the lady said, "Oh, I can blow your hair out and it will still look nice." And it was the first time I ever straightened my hair and blow it out, apart from when I was in my teen and then blow it out of here. But really straightening, and the time they use a hot the curling iron, and it's not the one that is electric, the one that you put in the stove. So she was the first one who showed me what it looks like to blow my hair out, and it was very beautiful. So after that, shortly after that, I started perming. So here's some of my perm look when I was perming my hair in my younger years. Here's another picture of me perming my hair and cut it off and stuff. Here's another picture of me with my hair perm, but I'm not Indian. There's no Indian in my family. Here's another picture. Okay, so that's my hair during my perming year. But then one time I listened to a friend of mine who said, "Oh, let me just," and I was young and loved to please people and was happy and just never knew people can be evil. And she said, "Oh, let me do your hair for you." I don't know why would somebody who was not a hairdresser want to do your hair, but my hair had grown back. And I went to her, and my hair fell out like crazy, and I had to cut it off. So this is me when I cut off my ear sometime in my late 20s, I think it was, or early 20s or mid 20s. Then here's another one with my hair cut off, right? And then when I decided to go back, and I decided to perm it back. This is me for my graduation from college, my 2-year college, and I was doing that, that Toni Braxton kind of pixie cut look. That's me, okay? And then I just eventually, because of bad experience, this is one of the bad experiences that happened to me. I went to a hairdresser sometime after, that's not a normal hairdresser that I go to, and it's the Dominicans, and I was told that they're famous to put things. I'm not saying all, because I've used some of them when my hair was doing well, and I wanted to. Anytime my hair fall out, is one that I've been to that I've never been to before, which just happened to me in December. This is when I went to one, and usually when somebody does my hair that's good, it's not that long when it's straightened. So it's very, very long. That means they stretch your hair thin and they over process it. That's what happened. And my hair looked so long in this picture, but it was over processed. Shortly after that, it was falling out like crazy. So that was I think in the 2008, somewhere along that line. Then I decided I cut it off, trying to grow it back, all that stuff. And in process of growing it back, right? In the process of growing it back, I I started going back natural. Ears me with some of my natural look. My hair grew back. I cut it off, and this time, but it always fall out. Never a bald spot, but fall out a lot, and I'm able to grow it back over time, right? But this time, this is December 2021. I went to get a trim, and it's somebody I've never used. And she gave me a trim, and it's a Dominican hairdresser that I went to. And I remember I told them was in my ear, and they were saying all kinds of stuff in Spanish over my head. And this was December 2021. You see the date? And by the January, my hair was falling out in clumps. Then I went to another hairdresser to find out, hey, my hair is this for. I was trying to treat myself for a good 6 months, but I wasn't doing research, what I should be using, what I should be doing. So I went to this other hairdresser who was natural, and she said, hey, you got to cut it all off. So this is it, the day when I show up. After trying to treat it myself, she said, you got to cut it off. It's all damaged. So that's just short before I find the bald spot. Then after she told me that, I listened to her. I cut off my hair, but I noticed a day she was going through my hair, and she didn't treat me good. You can read my story on here. Just her behavior knew something was not, and I found out a lot since then how people can be less evil, and I sometimes I don't even understand. Right? I can admire somebody and like what they have, and you have nice hair, but I never thought of hurting them for it or destroying it. I never do. I just don't know how people. But I'm learning more and more every day that your people are just wicked and evil. So what happened is, she told me to cut it off. The day though, all I'm getting is cut off my hair and do a deep condition. I sit under that dry that day, and my head literally felt like it was on fire. I left it with my hair feel like a dry coconut brush, and those of you from the Caribbean, when the coconut brush is dry, you can use to shine your wooden floor. Dry, and it was dry for weeks, and then I finally try and put some little curling stuff in it. So to see, there was the first time putting a little eco gel thing in there, and I cut it off, and you can see something is wrong in this picture. If you look on the one on the side in the reflection, you can see like there's some little dent in it, some hole in it, in the hair, some little dent. And that's when it's getting ready to go bald. And that was my indication. Here is it after she cut off my hair. And after it's like, I use a pick to pick it out, because at first it was a little low. Then it was 6 weeks after. I'm on the playground with the kids. It's the exact day with the kids. And there was this big bald spot that I found in my head that I'm telling you guys about. The big bald spot. Some of you say you want before and after. Well, here's your before and after. I gave you a whole history on my hair. Okay, so you see I'm not playing. And when I tell you my stuff work, it works. This is my hair. Bald spot growing back little by little. Some of it you see little hair coming back here and there. After a while, after I start researching, when I said I go to the dermatologist and they couldn't guarantee we go back and all that stuff, I decided I'm gonna do my own research. And that's it here, but little by little growing. And there was more than one of them. There was one that was like here, and then eventually I had one in the middle. Then I had one that looks like a butt. I call it a butt. And I said, I had to rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I said, what kind of butt here is this when my hair look like a butt is in my... I'm going to show you. Where's the picture? Where it's like a ball here and a ball here, and then like some here in the middle. It was like ridiculous. And I call it a butt look. That's how damaged in my hair. Here it is. You can see a ball on one side, ball, then some here in the middle, but that's when it's also start to grow back. It does that. So little by little, it is just start growing back as I start researching and using this, putting my own treatment on my hair every week. So when you see I'm confident about my stuff, and I'm confident. Some of you say, oh my God, you're so confident with you giving your presentation. Yeah, because I know it works. I'm not making up a story. Okay, this is my hair now as it started to grow back. See that? And for the first time, not for the first time, but now, for a long time, I couldn't comb my hair like this. This is my hair, as I show you in the beginning of the video. Can't put my hair in two, right? Because I had a big bald spot in the back, in the middle of my head. There was one on the side, and then there was one on the middle. So I even forgot to tell people that in my presentation that I had more than one. And tell you why I had more than one. Because I also learned in my research, which I told some of you in my presentation, apart from me getting damage here, a lot of times when you have the your hair is damaged, you get a bald spot and thinning hair and bald edges and all of that kind of stuff. It's because of inflammation in the body, poor diet, eating too much sugar, eating poor food, eating all them bad seed oils that they use in most restaurants, and you cook with that you don't know that's not healthy for your body, and also poor sleep, not sleeping enough. You 5 days a week you're going to bed 3 o'clock and getting up 5 or 6 o'clock to go to work, and or whatever, 3-4 hours sleep. That will cause your hair to thin out and fall off, and you get bald spot. Any disease you have in the body, most diseases, lupus, diabetes, high sugar, low iron, medication, menopause. But guess what? I'm menopausal, and my hair is growing. So you can grow your hair even if you're menopausal. That's no excuse. But the main thing is, I tell people this is not a magic potion. You have to be taking care of your health. It goes along. Even when you go to the dermatologist, you have to follow the protocol. You can't do whatever you want to do and expect. I've met people, oh, I have to do that. Oh, I got to put it in the fridge. Yes, it's all natural, organic. These are perishable items. Most of them in here is perishable items. When I started out with just 15 ingredients. Now it's 21. Soon it's going to be more, because the more things I find that's natural, has no side effects, I added to this. That can grow hair, grow bald spot, stop itching, stop dandruff. I found out through my clients that it stopped dandruff and flaking and bumps on the scalp and itchy scalp and stuff. Even me, I used to get some painful bumps on my scalp. I don't get them anymore since I've been using this. And guess what? This didn't happen for me overnight, guys. It didn't happen overnight. It's consistency and persistency. I didn't just use one bottle and that's it. You got to be, whenever the bottle finished, get another one. Call me, reach out to me. When I stop by, because some of you, I stop by you again and tell you, hey, how it's going? Some of you, oh, the smell, because you don't put it in the fridge, and then you can't expect it to last forever. It's like a smoothie, or it's like milk. It has expiration time. You can't expect to have it. Some of you, I see you after and it's a month ago you bought it. Why didn't you use it yet? Oh, guess what? It may be stinking by now, because it's all natural products. It's all nothing preservative, no chemicals in it. It's all organic. It's like fish. It's like chicken. If you leave it out of the fridge, and it's like some cooked food you cook and you leave it out of the fridge, eventually it's going to smell and stink. This might give you a couple of weeks, right, if you're lucky. But if you leave it out, but eventually the best thing is to keep it in the fridge. And even then, even keeping milk in the fridge eventually will go bad too. It has its time. So you have to follow the rules and the protocol. The old people would say when I was growing up, if you want good, your nose have to run. You got to do the work. You got to be persistent to massaging your hair. Follow the instruction. It's on the bottle, or any instruction I give you when I speak to you. Okay? And I hope you can use my testimony to be a motivation and inspiration for you to grow back your hair, to heal any issues you have with your scalp. Okay, God bless you, and thank you so much for supporting, and hopefully you'll take my foolish advice. Take care.